which is derived from a pharmacon that is called drug, and its a profession is old as human civilization. So Hippocrates is a regarded as a father of medicine, and he's a physician. And after the Hippocrates, one person that is Galen, is a Greek physician who developed the ideas of Hippocrates, and then is known as father of pharmacy. And after that, William Proctor is one of the person who developed lots of medication in America, and he known as father of American pharmacy. And you all heard about Maharshi Shashvata of instruments in Vedic time, and these instruments helpful in surgery. And due to this instruments, they provide various kinds of they provide surgery to a patient, and then known as father of plastic surgery. So Shushrut, all Ayurvedic we follow all the Ayurvedic culture because we believe in Ayurveda. So the Shushrush is one of the father of plastic surgery in Vedic Yuga. Now, father of Indian pharmacy education. So Mahadev Lal, Dr. M.L. Shiraf is one of the person who introduced the first time in pharmaceutical education in India. He introduced bachelor and master courses, and he edited various kinds of Indian journals in pharmacy. He was a first vice president in PCI and formed the IPCA Association in India. So, if we talk about the pharmacy education in terms of uh, in terms of education, then in 1842 in Goa, a Portuguese and university started in 1937 at Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi, and since then, lots of universities and institutes offer a diploma to a doctorate level education in pharmacy. Now, this is the father of chemical science in India. The first pharmaceutical industry launched in 1901 by Acharya P.C. Rai, Prafulla Chandra Ray, who is a founder of Bengal Chemicals and Pharmaceuticals Work Limited. And he started his company is only investing 2 lakh rupees that time. So, as we terms of pharmaceutical education, there are 7 national institutes in different states of India, like Naipur, Ahmedabad, Guwahati, Hajipur, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Sasnagar, and Raebareli. So, there are the national institute which serve pharmaceutical education in India. Now, if we're talking about the scope of pharmacist, so pharmacist is a person who have some job responsibilities as well as wide work area. So in terms of practice in pharmacy, then the pharmacist go for community pharmacy, hospital pharmacy, and clinical practices. Also, if a B Farm pharmacist or if any registered pharmacist wants to serve in education, then go for academics and simultaneously teaching and research. Both things is going on, and do contribution towards teaching as well as in research, and also provide contribution in clinical research and some regulatory services. Pharmacist can also go for directly to industry have a industry may be chemical, biological, and pharmaceuticals, and every industry have different departments. The departments are, it may be work in production, it may be work in quality assurance. R&D sector is there where research and development activity is going on, and research and development not only in bulk drug but also formulation. So there is one more bifurcation is pharmaceutical, and it's a formulation and development. So FND is a good choice for all the pharmacist, budding pharmacists. And then after R&D, then anybody work in quality control, packaging department, regulatory, and sales and marketing. So there are lots of opportunity for a B Farm graduate. Now, what are the eligibility criteria? Eligibility criteria is there are there are many degrees in pharmaceutical education. Like any students can do diploma in pharmacy is in terms D Farm, then degree of bachelor's in pharmacy in B Farm, and one is doctor of pharmacy pharma D, that is a 6 years course, and the eligibility for that degree is 10+2 PCM, physics chemistry maths combination, or physics chemistry biology combination, or it may be the combination of both physics chemistry maths or biology, or a person is D Farm. So this is the basic requirement of Pharma D. And after the completion of 6 years of work, 5 years is a theoretical community classes, and 1 year is just is a hospital internship. And after the completion of this, any person serve in hospital or as a clinician. So this is the Pharma D eligibility. Now comes to the B Farm degree. So for B Farm degree, students have cleared 10+2 along with PCM, PCB, and combination of PCM and B, and also cleared CET, is a common interest test wherever applicable. And this is a 4-year degree program. And after completion of 4-year degree programs, you have ample of opportunities are waiting. You can go in education in terms of academics, or you can go for retail pharmacy. You can open different retail shops, or making business in wholesales, or you can go for industry. So there are ample of opportunities for completing of graduation degree. Now come to the diploma in pharmacy. So diploma in pharmacy is a 2 years course, and the minimum requirement for admission is 10+2, basically for science students. And after the completion of this 2 years course, or equivalent to 500 hours training studies, the person is eligible for registration in as a registered pharmacist as per PCI. But nowadays, the for the minimum eligibility of registered pharmacist is B Farm. So D Farm students also join B Farm degree due to the second year at a lateral entry, using a merit. If a student is in a merit, the fourth B Farm degree course. And also B Farm students also join the D Farm when it is in complete last years, then it will join the Pharma D course. And after completing of this D Farm, every students must complete the first year internship in hospitals. It's a basic requirement. So after the completion of B Farm, there are lots of examinations are there, like GPAT, Graduate Pharmacy Test, aptitude test. So GPAT is organized by AICTE, and this is for a master's degree. So any students can join M-Farm. So there are lots of master's specialization programs are there. There are lots of areas like pharmaceutics, analysis, pharmacology, pharmaceutical biotechnology, pharmacy practices, industry pharmacy, pharmacognosy, pharmaceutical chemistry, regulatory affairs, quality assurance, and many more areas are specialization. And this is a 2 years full-time course, which includes 1 year exhaustive in research work. So this is the project work is there. So you have to impart work in research work. So it is a 2 years course. And after completion of M-Farm, any person who wish to have higher education, then clear various kinds of examinations like NET, SAT, GPAT, and some DET. Then introduce or enter in doctorate programs, and it's a minimum 3 years degree program. And after completion of doctorate degree, you can join various research organizations, and you can opt your mission and vision. Okay, now go to different colleges. This is the image which is up from PCI. So there are lots of colleges all over the India. So for D Farm, 564 colleges are there, and there are lots of seats are available for students. For B Farm, around 384 bachelor colleges are there. For Doctor of Pharmacy, PharmaD, there are 44 colleges, and for Masters, 132 colleges are there. And there are lot many more colleges are open nowadays, which foster the pharmaceutical education. So there are lots of various courses like D Farm, B Farm, Masters, PharmaD, and Doctor of Pharmacy. So if anybody wish to complete diploma in pharmacy, then after completion of diploma in pharmacy, a person is a registered pharmacist by PCI, and he also work as a medical representative, and he also serving services in any of the industry. For B Farm, there is a curriculum. It's a graduation curriculum in India, mainly focused on skills, fostering knowledge, and prepare work in an actual industry. And this degree is eligible for community hospitals and as well as industry. Now comes to the master degree, that is M.Pharm. So M.Pharm, any B.Pharm graduates clear different examination like GPAT, and do master's degree in 10 specializations said already, and give clear the GPAT examination, which is conducted by the AICTE, and it's also provides some scholarships for higher education. So this is the details given in GPAT. So this is the online computer-based test, and it around some multiple choices questions, and the time of examination is 3 hours, and there are certain negative marking are there. So it's quite tough. But anybody who wish to complete M.Pharms, you have to clear this GPAT examination. Now there are lots of specialization in M pharmacy. So there are lots of colleges focused or provided different subjects in M Pharms, and there are some choices as per the students. So generally students opt pharmaceutics because this is a subject which deals with formulations. So pharmaceutics is making of it's a subject which is making of formulations or different medicaments, and formulation designing is there. So this is the first choice of subject for students. Then after the pharmaceutics, there is a pharma analysis, then medicinal chemistry is there, pharmacology is there, biotechnology is there, and you can create or you can make a career in pharmacognosy. That is a herbal technology, or it's a science of herbal medicines, dealing with herbal medicines. So any students who completed M pharmacy in different specializations, then different industries courses, or there are lots of impulse of opportunities waiting for the students career. So in pharmaceutics, the person after completing of M.Pharm in pharmaceutics, the person go in formulation, R&D, NDDS is the novel drug delivery systems, and drug metabolism and pharmacokinetic studies in research areas. And in pharmaceutical analysis, a person go in a quality control or R&D, quality assurance department, medicinal chemistry, drug designing. A person can be a part of drug designing and synthesis, process development, validation, pharmacology, and different clinical and drug safety processes. So there are huge opportunity in industry, and any students can make their career in industry. So this is the next course is Pharma D. So Pharma D is required for 5 years clinical and community theory based, and 1 years especially internship in hospitals, which is introduced in 2008, and it is gazetted by Government of India. So this is a 5 year, this is a 6 years course, and 5 years in theory part study, and 1 year is internship. So this is the requirement of Pharma D education. Now, what is the role of higher education in pharmaceutics or pharmacy? So there is a doctor of philosophy that is called Professor PhD, it is a 3 years minimum doctorate level is a doctoral level program, 80% aggregate score, and it's a GPAT is essential. And for any recognized educational institute, you have to give various kinds of examinations like GPAT, CSIR, NET, SLATE, and DET examination conducted by various kinds of universities and national bodies. And the average course fees of this is 5,000 to around 3 lakhs for completion of this course. So this is all about for PhD. Now there are lots of things, there are lots of career in pharmaceutical sciences, like a person go in academics. So any person who have some specialized degree like bachelor's or master's degree or PhD degree, then person can join any of the academic institutes, and the first job is assistant professor, and then associate and different professors. So as per the different years of experience or your knowledge or higher education upgradation, you can promote different positions. And any person can do as a pharmacist. So there are lots of responsibilities or some serving titles like hospital pharmacist. Any pharmacist work in a hospitals. Clinical pharmacist requires some clinical practices. Retail pharmacist can buy or sell medicines in form of medical shops. So any person can open the medical shops after completion of this BPharm degree. This is the reward of this degree. And then if person wish to go on marketing, then there is a huge opportunities like working as a medical representative, medical marketing executives, work as a territory manager and general manager. So high rate of promotion in marketing, and there is a huge reward in terms of monitoring as well as in services. So if person is go for research, so maybe in R&D scientist, pharmacovigilance scientist, or work in a clinical statistician. And there is an ample of opportunities in government jobs. So person can clear different government examinations like PSC, and then directly go to the drug controller, or maybe in drug inspector or drug analyst or chemical analyst pharmacist. So there are different opportunities in government jobs. Any person can work in industry and foster their career in regulatory affairs. Then there are various jobs opportunities like regulatory affairs manager, regulatory affairs executives, data recorder, medical transcriptees. So any person who have specialized in writing or communication or listening, so can make their career in regulatory affairs. Another thing is pharma industry. The pharma industry it starts from a training, because it's a apprenticeship, and then go for 1 year apprenticeship, and then for different job like production officer, then Dubai production officer, then production manager, then manager in quality assurance department, manager in quality control department, consultant. So as per depends upon you can opt a higher position in pharmaceutical industry, and your package is increasing day by day, because there is no pay band in pharmaceutical industry. How much you learn, how much you earn. So as you learn, as you earn. So it's a pharmaceutical industry, and this is the foster, and it's a ample of opportunity in pharmaceutical industry for every pharmacist. You can give your services in pharma associations and different federal agencies like CGMPs, good manufacturing practices, FDA, and different MHRA. So you can go for any of the federal agencies. There are lots of posts are opening for higher education graduates or postgraduates. So if anybody have a communication skills, then go for managing editor and different books writing, features writing, scientific correspondence in form of journals, articles. You can make your career in scientific communities. And also one more thing is a knowledge procedure outsourcing. Knowledge processor outsourcing is just you can provide certain kinds of coaching centers, consultants, and mentoringship, because it's a huge dimension where you can give, or you can give your knowledge to the upcoming generations. and also contribute in national service. So this is the different area of pharmaceutical sciences or career in pharmacy practices. Now, if we talk about the salary point of view, so as I told you previously that learn fast, earn fast. How much you learn, how much you remove your barriers in your mind, you can earn fast. So if we see last decades or different prospects, then higher salary package is given by developed countries and developing countries. So we are in a developing countries. If you want to pursue your career in Gulf countries, then you can go and you can earn huge money, or you can earn a huge salary. So it requires some certain examination like GRE, elites, TOEFL. So you have to clear this kinds of examination, and you can opt your career in Gulf countries or UK or US. Now, in terms of salary, as per annum or as per your packages, so the post like if any person who is just a fresher or a B Farm graduate, then if he is going in hospital pharmacist around 1 to 2 lakhs, in retail pharmacist is around 1 to 2 lakhs, and a pharmacist, retail store manager, and clinical research coordinator is around 1 to 2 lakhs. And if any person who work in a clinical research associate, the package is the initial package is around 1 to 3 or 4 lakhs. And as your experience increases, their package and payment also increases. For clinical data coordinators, the package is around 1 to 2 lakhs. Then clinical laboratory scientist, if you have a scientific background, research aptitude, go for a clinical laboratory scientist, and their initial package is around 2 to 5 lakhs. And senior clinical research, after the completion of 4 years, the payment is around 3 to 7 lakhs per annum. So this is the increment or enhancement of salary in different prospects, but it requires experience and skills. And there are lots of opportunities like clinical operation managers. The manager salary is around 3 to 9 or 10 lakhs. SAS programmer is around 3 lakhs. Clinical data manager and different sales representative, the initial salary is 2 to 3 lakhs. And the sales representative is it's a your sales is very high profession, where you can opt different positions and different perk and packages as per your skills and as per your knowledge and as per your experiences. And also area sales manager is around 2 to 3 lakhs after completion of B Farm. And any regional sales manager, their salary is 4 to 5 lakhs. Research associate is around 1 to 3 lakhs. Then research scientist, initial package after the 4 years completion is 4 lakhs. And regulatory affairs manager is around 4 to 10 lakhs. So if you have a guts and skills, then you can go for a regulatory affairs, where deals with US FDA or MHRA or different federal rules and regulations. And you can opt different high packages like 4 to 10 lakhs per annum in cost. Now, if we go for in academics, the initial payment for assistant professor as per the sixth pay is around 3 to 4 lakhs. And for associate professor, after the span of 4 years completion, it is around 7 to 8 lakhs around. And the for professorship, it is around 8 to 9 lakhs. So this is the different prospects in education. And it requires higher education, it requires experience, and it requires knowledge. For drug inspector, patent agents, your initial salary packages is 2 to 3 lakhs. And if any person who is in B Farm and who cleared any national level examination like GPAT, so AICT provides some scholarship in form of junior research fellowship, and the fellowship is around 1 to 2 lakhs. And after, if any person who is M.Pharm and clear, who have 2 years or 3 years of minimum experience and who cleared GPAT examination or equivalent, the AICT provide SRF, and the SRF is equivalent to 2 to 3 lakhs. And if we're talking about any research institute or some scientist payment, then the payment 3 after the 4 years is around it's a payment is 15,600 to 39,100, and HGP is around 6,000. And this is the payment for scientist in 3 position, and scientist payment 4 is around 37 to 67,000 payment and around 10,000 rupees. So this is the basic remuneration perks and different packages of different pharmaceutical services. Now, what is the role of pharma in GDP? If we talk about a role of pharma in GDP, so India is the first and largest provider of generic medicines globally. India is one of the top 5 manufacturer for bulk drugs in India. And as per the global prospects about all pharmaceutical companies who are reside in India, all have maximum high number at US FDA approved, and supply 50% of global demands for various vaccines, 40% for generic demands in US, and 25% in medicines in UK. So country also have a large pool of scientists worked in CSIR laboratories and higher institution or research institution, and some pool of engineers have potential to share the industry ahead to the greater heights. Now, if we're talking about the pharma market size, so pharmaceutical sector is expected to grow in about US 100 billions, and the medical device sector is about 25 billions by 2025. So India stood in 20.70 billions in 2020, and India is one of the pharmaceutical export, including bulk drugs in all kinds of intermediates, drug formulations, biologicals, Ayush products, and herbal products as well as surgicals. So it's a great opportunity for pharmaceutical graduates in industry. And one more thing is, India is a domestic pharmaceutical market turnover around 1.4 lakhs crores, and it's year by year it will increase to 129 crores in 2018. So if we compare 2018 and 2019, so it's a huge increment in terms of money. So it's all about the Indian pharma market size. Indian all pharmacists represent the third largest professional group in world. If you're talking about the pharmaceutical or pharmacist profession, the third largest professional group in the world, as per India today, about 8 lakhs professionals working in various professionals, applying a unique knowledge, skills, and contributing to the health of nation. Also, government of India is planning to increase the public health, spreading to 2.5% of country's GDP by 2025. So this is there is a huge planning for government of India towards pharmaceutical education and services. There is a misconception in our society. What is that? Unfortunately, public and policy makers believe that the role of pharmacist is just selling and buying medicines. But nowadays, this concept is now changed, because there are lots of ample of opportunities are there, and a person can serve, not only earn money, but can serve in society in terms of health. Pharmacist profession is a multiple opportunities for those who believe in his skills. Any person who believe in his skill, who can make their career in pharmacy, because pharmacy is not just a career. It's give a different. It's not a job seekers, but it is a job providers. So once a pharmacist can open any kind of pharmaceutical industry. There are multiple positions or multiple job opportunities, and we can contribute in national's development. So there is a job providers, not a seeker. Another thing is pharmacists play a dual role to contribute towards the health of nation as well as services in multiple fields. So this is the concept, this is the things behind the pharmacist. Now, who is pharmacist? So I'm a pride, I'm a specialist in medication. Pharmacist is a companion of physician. Pharmacist is a counselor to the patient. Pharmacist can be a guardian of public health. So I am pride, I am a pharmacist. What is a reward? If we terms in terms of reward, what is the money involved in pharmaceutical career, or there are lots of jobs. So pharmacists enjoy substantial reward in terms of efforts. Professional satisfaction is there, mental peace is there, and definitely it's very important thing, smile of patients as well as monetary. So there is a smile all over the world, not only in children's but also old patients. So smile satisfy our mental health and provide peace, and it's ultimate goal of any human. So thank you very much for patient listening. And Swami Vivekananda once said, all differences in the world are degree and not of kind, because oneness is the secret of everything. So this is well said by Swami Vivekananda. Thank you very much for patient listening. Have a nice day.
Mukul sir, yeah,
Yes,
Mukul
sir.
sir, actually in QA session, we have some very fruitful questions. So I am asking, first question is that what is the eligibility criteria and qualification exam for the pharmacy? Is it is mathematics is required for pharmacy?
Yes, sir. Any person who have 10+2 education and who have PCB, physics, chemistry, biology, and PCM, and combination of both can clear or through common interest test and pursue their career in pharmacy. And these all admission procedures through DET, through
Okay.
various kinds of their screening, and they can opt to different colleges and different institute for graduation level.
Okay, sir. Sir, one our participant is asking which college is best for pharmacy in Indore?
Obviously, if we're talking about college dunia, college dunia ranking said the Acropolis is one of the institute who have higher percentage, and there are lots of institutes. So if it depends upon, because there is a lots of choices are there. So you can go for SGS, ITS, IPS academy is also there, and some Smriti, and different colleges are there. Says University is there also there. So as per a different ranking system, you any students can opt, because it's a crystal clear, and there are lots of education institutes providing pharmaceutical education, and all institutes towards skills, entrepreneurship, and startup development. So there is no force for quality
Correct,
education.
correct, correct.
Students can opt due to the choices and due to the quality parameters of institute.
Correct, sir. Correct, sir. Sir, is it an appropriate branch for girls? Or can you tell
Yes, sir.
what is the ratio of girls to boys presently studying in pharmacy?
As per my point of view, there is no segregation between girls and boys. Nowadays, both are in a same level. It depends upon your vision and mission. Okay, lots of girls also acquire their different positions in different federal agencies. If you go for federal agencies or regulatory services or quality assurance, it's a huge opportunity for all the girls.
Good, sir. Good, sir. Sir, last question. One of our participant is asking, how can one opt to be drug inspector?
For drug inspector, one of the examination by government of India, that is called PSC. So it's a public service commission. So you can clear this examination, and which is organized by only government of India. So you work for that. You have certain knowledge of your territory where you reside. Like you, if you are stay in a MP, so you have a knowledge of Madhya Pradesh, and some general knowledge, some pharmaceutical pharmacy knowledge, and there are certain current affairs questions are also asked in PSC. And once it is opening by government of India, you can give the examination and you opt the career in drug inspectors.
Thank you very much, sir. You have explained the why choose a career in pharmacy and what are the possibility in the this career in pharmacy. We are very much thankful to give your presentation, and likewise we are also announcing to the all our participants, if any faculty, any teacher, any student or any industrial want to give a or share his knowledge in career or in technical subject, please give WhatsApp or please give email. So thank you to all participants, and lastly again thank to the our today's speaker, Professor Mukul Sharma, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for providing such a nice opportunity where I can interact with different students, different faculty members, different principals, and different dignitaries. So thank you once again, Dr. Vivek Dubey, sir, for providing such a nice opportunity.
Thank you to all. Now you may leave this session.
Thank you, sir.